you to point out this well-dressed sister here to make me feel some type of way about myself becomes a problem.
Let me get you.
Reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Test drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
Today we're spring colors, but also cuffing season is officially over. Cuffing season is officially over. Anybody know what cuffing season is?
Yes, I do.
Tell me what cuffing season is.
I participate on a regular basis. Yeah, because they always want to cuff me. You know, because they want to stay in your house and burn up your gas, and then they want to eat your food and not shovel your snow. That's what they want to do. So So as soon as it get to be a little bit cold, and you know, for black folks, that's August. They start thinking, uh-oh, I got to think about what my next game plan gonna be. And so then they cuff you. So that just means cuddle, that other word that we ain't allowed to say because it's on TV.
Cut off.
So yeah, there you go. So that's what you're really doing. And it seemed all good and it seemed real. But that's because the days are short and the nights are long and it's cold and it's looking real good. But soon as the sun shines, these relationships be over. It's like the sun come out 2 days in a row. Deuces.
Exactly. So I know, I'm not telling anybody this. I know I've been through it. I was cuffed and then uncuffed while the season got hot.
I'm going to tell you, I broke up the day it hit 71. So that was 2 weeks ago. It was like the sun was out. I had my shades on. It's like, I ain't calling him back.
So,
hey, boo.
So sometimes you have a hard time moving on. That's why we have our guest today, Michael Williams. He wrote a book. Go ahead. Child of Promise, and one of the poems which honestly got me, which was You're Free to Love Again. And sometimes after you go through the cuffing season, sometimes it's hard on other people. It may not be hard on you, but when somebody dumps me, you know what I mean, I get a little emotional, you know? It feels bad, you know?
Let me tell you. See, so I get in my feelings.
Right,
it lasts about a day.
Right.
And then I go back to important things, like worrying about my eyebrows.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, because my fabulousness got to stay intact. Can't let it get me down.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't handle it well. So, Michael, we're going to put you on the spot. We want to hear your poem about Free to Love Again, because I'm feeling emotional. She may be able to go, I don't do my eyebrows. Makeup is not really my thing.
Maybe if you would get into it, I'm going to try and tell you, don't nothing fix anything like new red lipstick. It makes everything possible. All you got, look, it's spring. I had to get a new fuchsia.
Okay, well, help me feel better. Recite your poem.
All right, so the name of the poem is actually called I Release You to Love Again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And it's just basically about getting back to the possibility of loving once you've been hurt. So this is I Release You to Love Again. I release
Wait, don't release it yet. Don't release it to love again. We're going to go back. We're going to take a break. This is Single on a Saturday Night right here. TGI Fridays, 4,000 City Ad. And talking about makeup, I have to thank at Glam Goddess 215. She does my makeup. I only get makeup once a month because during the week I don't do makeup. But I don't want to look good for you and maybe that man is out there looking for me. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to a break.
Hi, my name is Tim Hampton. I am the Assistant General Manager at TGI Fridays, 4000 City Avenue in Philadelphia. I'm inviting you to come down every fourth Saturday for a Single on a Saturday night TV taping. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Welcome back to Single on a Saturday Night right here at TGI Fridays, and we're saying that cuffing season is officially over, and Mr. Michael Williams, no actual relation, but Michael Williams is a cool name. That's a cool name. I have a cousin named Michael Williams. So anyway, talk about your poem. I might have said it wrong. I Release You to Love Again?
It's actually called I Release You to Love Again. And so actually what I was sharing is that basically I Release You to Love Again is just basically about getting the courage to love again once you've been hurt. Right.
Word.
All right. All right. So this is a poem from my book, Child of Promise, and it's called "I Release You to Love Again." I release you from the pain of the past, from its hurt, disappointment, and rejection. I push you towards your future, full of promise, expectancy, and hope. I guide you into a new direction. As I start this heart-to-heart between my former self and the me of today, I address the image in my mirror and I point at my reflection. Only you can decide to live on or continue to hide in the tainted memories of yesterday and in some instances yesteryear. God has delivered you from the anguish, no matter how intense it was or immense it seemed. It's okay, really. I grant you my permission. You are at liberty, my friend. I release you to love again.
All right, we're gonna go like this. So was this written out of your own pain and your tears and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. And Child of Promise, you're going to get my pain, you'll get my passion, you'll get my praise, you know, how I've been able to overcome certain things. And this was certainly one of the things. Whenever you go through heartbreak, it's never really easy. Sometimes, you know, you feel as though this is not something that I ever want to experience again. But you have to remind yourself, if you don't allow yourself to take risks, you know, you may never find that person, you know, who is the one who you're supposed to be with.
I heard that and I was feeling it, you know what I'm saying? But like, you could have went like 3, 6, 9, you're not mine, I'm going around the corner to get a bottle of wine. You know what I'm saying? You could have.
My kind of porn. That's right. Because that thing was longer than the Constitution.
But this is what I do want to know. Like when we're talking about the cuffing season being over, when guys leave the evidence behind, like when people like sport evidence of the cuffing procedure, like.
What do you mean sport evidence?
Well, like just wear it, carry it around. Like, why do they do that? Like, what's the point in that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, all right, like, let's say we was cuffing.
Right, we cuffing.
Right.
Right.
And we get all passionate and stuff.
Right.
And I put my mouth all on your neck.
Right.
And just suck on that joint, and then now you got these passion marks and hickeys. You know what I mean?
Well, who would do
How old are you?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on. So explain how that happened, Shelly Williams.
Oh!
Explain how that happened.
What happened?
That ain't no mole.
I had nothing on It wasn't a mole. I don't know. See, Roberto was working with us yesterday. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. Okay, it was an accident. No, it wasn't an accident. You fell in the vacuum. I fell in the vacuum and then... and because I was hurt, because I was dumb, I needed some... I need to be released so that I can love again, and so I can love again and be released, so I wouldn't be hurt. So somebody's mouth fell on me. So after they said, I want to make you feel, you know, like you could be released to love. So that's all that happened.
So that's when you quit the cuffing. So that's when the cuffing season was over, right? When they made that mistake.
Right. No, Roberto.
See,
that's where you know. That ain't the mistake. The easiest way to get over one is to get under another.
Exactly.
That ain't the no. Next.
Does anybody else live by that theory, getting under another one after you get...
My grandmama told me that. She told me it's a pole rabbit that only got one hole. That's what she told me.
I mean, I feel you. Why am I going to sit there and wallow in the pain of the past, somebody saying, oh, it's over?
So you was doing it to get...
I wasn't doing nothing.
She was just having passion.
I didn't. It was just passion. It wasn't doing. The only reason why you saw it is because we were working together yesterday, and the wind blew outside.
So
that's it.
Wait. So passion without a promise. Does that work? I'm just curious. Passion without a promise. That work?
Well, that's basically what cuffing is. But the problem is with the cuffing is that both people who are in the cuffing relationship don't know it's just a cuffing relationship. That's what happens. The sun come out, and then you realize it's because you have epiphany. Because God sent the sun down to, you know, give you vitamin D and invigorate you. And then when the vitamin D go crazy, then the vitamin D you was getting from him ain't so good.
The vitamin, or just the D.
I think this is family programming.
Okay, go ahead, Chris. Because we know you have a saner vision of this. I know you don't believe in getting up underneath for anybody else. But go ahead.
I mean,
or the top. Okay.
The thing about it is some people rebound differently, ultimately successfully better than others. Sometimes passion marks and other visual cues can be used as a mark or as a sign that it's a wrap.
Other visual cues?
All I'm saying is,
wait a minute, I want to know what other visual cues are.
Visual cues?
That's what I want to know.
So perfect example, seasons change, wardrobe changes, hair changes, you know. Brother man looked like Grizzly Adams for 6 months and then he gets fresh to death. Springtime, right? You know, that brings attention, that brings opportunities, and you know, sometimes that's just enough to open somebody up and roll out.
Well, see, you know me, I look the same all 12 months. Yeah. I take care of myself the same way all 12 months, but don't nobody get to see it because it be hiding under fur.
I feel like I know we put the post in the thing about passion mark. That wasn't.
That's because she was guilty. What?
I put it out there, but
she was like, "Who else is doing this?" So I'm gonna come to the show with mine. I covered up makeup.
I have a great makeup artist at Glam Goddess 215, and she covered it all up. Made me so beautiful. Made the whole thing. That's why I have extra glow on today, so it can all match together. But see, I know why he called me out because I call everybody else out.
No, but see, I would think you're getting it. If I see that, I'm like, wow, all right. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that. Like,
you asked me was that.
You thought she was getting it,
man, like that.
No, I didn't get nothing.
Well, you know what she was You know what she was getting. You know what she was getting? The man smell.
The man smell.
It is very important that all women are stamped with the man smell.
But that's gonna repel other men.
No, it brings them to you. Cause don't no man want a woman that don't no other man want. Which is why I date serially. So as long as I'm dating one, 5 more want me. Soon as I'm sitting in the house by myself, I'm calling Shelly.
I know we went to the movies.
I know.
We had girls' night out. You know.
Just the two of y'all.
No, we call
like 4 of us.
Everybody else is sitting here going through the same thing. But I don't bounce back the way Danyl does. I really went through that whole season of I was a little hurt. Like I couldn't understand what was going on.
And you know, and I was a good friend, and I listened, even though I was like, if she don't get off the phone. But I was there for you, because I thought that was great because you had a moment of introspection. I had mine, and you did. You had a whole moment of introspection, and you really thought about what you really wanted. And
right.
you was looking in the mirror like him. Like in verse 3, stanza 19.
Right, but you do look in the mirror. I had to look in the mirror. I had to figure out what was going on inside of me, and then, you know, really move forward. So we all talk about the list. We'll go to a break, but we're going to talk about the list. We all know, at first I didn't really know what I wanted until I met what I wanted. Although he didn't want me. But anyway, until I met what I wanted. So let's talk about the list when we come back. It's Single on a Saturday Night right here, TGI Fridays. Austin Fine Photography. We have to send a very, very happy birthday out to Lenice Austin. Yay! Happy birthday, Lenice. And thank you for doing our photography as well as our sound today. Don't we sound quite lovely? Don't you hear me? You want me to sing? No. Okay, let's go to a break right now. All right, we'll come back. I think men do that a lot.
Yeah, really, definitely. You know, because it seems like, you know, if a guy has a lot of women, he's considered to be the man, you know, quote unquote the man. And yeah, definitely. So when you get to the place where you feel as though you want to settle in on just one person and then it doesn't work out, then you say, okay, well, you know, let me go back to, like my man said, being a player, or, you know, I won't commit to any one person. But basically, let me just go and basically see how many women that I can get with. So I've been through that stage before and different things like that. But ultimately, of course, it is my goal just to have that one person to settle down, to get married, and basically to raise a family. And so
how do you pursue that now? Like, I've been dating, you say you're a Christian. Not that I'm not a Christian, I'm a Christian. But these Christian dudes, like, when they date, they don't date right. Something wrong with them. Like, seriously. Like, I like the dudes that's like real thugged out because they better than the Christian dudes because they know how to date you better. Like, they do. They know how to pursue you. They know how to come after you. They know
how to put hickeys on your neck. What?
Mom, you didn't see that. I was just playing. That's a joke. We just joking for the TV. I love you, Mom. But listen, no, for real. I feel like Christian men feel like I'm a hot commodity and that I don't have to do the things that other people do. Do you do that? Do you like not call, not pursue, not spend your money? Like, for real, I think somebody needs to have a Christian class and take these Christian men and tell them how to date. They didn't teach them how to date.
They have a class, and it's called church, where they teach you women to make it all your fault, internalize it, berate yourselves, It's called church. I've seen it. I see y'all do it all the time.
Well, y'all need a class, but let me talk about it. Can you date?
Okay, now I don't necessarily agree with what Danyl is saying about them teaching women to internalize things or whatever and make it all your fault. I will say this: when you look in a church setting, usually it's about 14 women to every one man.
Exactly.
And so, with that, sometimes maybe somebody's mindset may be, that I'm special or whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, I do understand that it is important.
You got a woman right now? You think you special? You got what you got? You got a list or something that you like, oh no, that don't work. You trying to make her all perfect?
If he has a list, I'm sure it's in the book. Stanza 92, verse 66.
Currently, I am not in a committed relationship. I will say that, of course, I have standards. I think that I want a woman who does have standards. You should feel as though you're valuable enough to be pursued, for somebody to put that amount of time into getting to know you and different things like that. What I will say, on behalf of the men, sometimes women can also be the ones who kind of play hard to get. You know what I mean? And I feel like, we're adults. I'm sorry?
Are we supposed to play hard to get? We're not supposed to be easy.
No. That's not what I'm saying at all. Okay. Not saying, you should definitely value who it is that you are. Like I said, you should have standards also.
You're talking in circles right now. So you are, because you said, now you say you don't want to play hard to get, but you want to value yourself, to value themselves. You got to have these standards, but her only standard is that she's supposed to have a standard for herself.
So define hard to get.
I need some definitions.
Okay, all right. So I don't want you to misunderstand.
No, I need definitions.
What it is that I'm saying.
No, don't try to correct me.
That man said 14 to 1. You got problems. There's 13 more other joints that we can holler at. You know what I'm saying? 13 more other joints.
And you want to know which one he gonna holler at? The 3 that's not in church.
Please continue, sir.
Okay, all right. So I feel as though you can value yourself without necessarily making yourself unavailable, unobtainable. As my man is saying over here, as he, articulated so well, there is, you have to keep into your mind what you will not do in terms of giving back attention, giving back your time and different things like that. There are many other women who are more than willing, to be engrossed in conversation, who are willing to go out and different things like that and to give him that time.
So I think that's the whole point. That's the whole point. There's so many other women that you don't focus on that one and give her that time because you're occupied with maybe there's something else better over here. Maybe the grass is green over here. And as the Christian man, to me, not just all Christian, but a lot of Christian men that are dating, that's what they do. They don't focus on this one because they got all these people over here that they might be better than this one, so you're not giving a fair share to that one, and that's why cuffing season is here.
Okay, now with me, if I'm genuinely interested in, in a person, I'm spending time with them, I'm trying to get to know them. If we're just friends, we haven't made a commitment to really see each other exclusively or whatever the case may be, then that's an understanding that we have to both mutually come to. But if I'm interested in somebody, I definitely go out of my way to pursue, to spend time talking to them and different things like that.
Are you pursuing someone right now?
Right now, I am dating. I have not singled in on one person that I basically want to, have a relationship with. So right now, that's not, when that person comes along, definitely I put my all into it.
Anybody in the audience got something to say? Can you pass the microphone to the left? Whatever that side is, right there.
Hey, Shelly, it's the women that always know somebody who do. Oh, you don't like, I know somebody who do.
You're right, we do know somebody that do.
Always.
Go ahead, Tamara. Tasty.
Let me go back. You said, correct me if I'm wrong, you spoke about being friends with someone or getting to know someone. Isn't that a part of getting to know someone when you're just trying to be friends on that level outside of dating? Because that's not how you just worded that. Correct me, I'm trying to get your exact wording here.
He needs a microphone back.
No, leave her with it.
Okay, so let me be clear. I think that friendship really is the basis of any relationship. So I think it's important to get to know somebody, and that involves you spending time talking on the telephone, getting to know about the person just as well as they're getting to know about you. So, you know, don't misconstrue what it is that I'm saying in terms of, you know, whenever you get to that level where you decide this is the person that I want to see, I don't want to see anybody else, this is a relationship that I'm trying to pursue, there should have been a friendship initially that has been built, you know, and then from there I think that you can progress into a relationship.
Okay, when you first said it, you didn't actually word it that way, so that's why it kind of confused. Okay, I'm clear now, because it worded that way in the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but my whole thing is I just see the whole friendship. I really do. I think that sometimes men play around, not that it's the whole friendship, but it's like a thing. I'm playing with you as that friend, I'm being your friend, but I'm not really interested. But more than likely the woman is sitting there like, you the one, and you just trying to be this friend. So it always leaves that thing like, oh, these men aren't really interested. They're not really doing what they're supposed to do. They don't really like me. But I know when somebody really likes a person, they show it. In many ways, but go ahead.
I'll speak for the men. Probably Danyl agree with me on this. It's like playing darts. You got one dart, you want to hit 100, or you got 10 darts, you want to hit that 10 spot 10 times. They both equal 100. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, you can have multiple women, you know, but sometimes that right one comes along and you concentrate on it. Like, that right one don't come along too often, so you kind of just want to play your field, you know, make sure you're well-rounded. You know, I mean, am I wrong for that?
I don't know if you're wrong for that. Maybe the right one doesn't come along for anybody.
It just goes back to what we're saying. I think men keep more options open than us women do.
Stop with the generalizations.
Let me finish. But when we women, those of us who keep our options open, we're labeled something else. We're looked upon as, oh, why is she playing around? Well, you know what? It goes back to you being a man and being a leader. If I am that one for you and I feel like you are that one for me, then you need to show me, lead me in the way that I need to be going, and guess what? We'll gladly follow. But if I see that you're playing around, guess what? Sister has options also.
Exactly.
And usually, the thing is, like, he want to talk about the 14-1. I have more options than any man, because theoretically, it's 24 hours in a day. I could do 24 men. Y'all might get 2 chicks knocked down. I'm just saying, just theoretically, if that's what you wanted to do and you wanted to compare that, is that any woman has more options than any man. Y'all done just got it twisted in your mind. You just really had. And that you do. Women always have more options. The difference is that women most times choose not to exercise the options, and most of the time that is because of the constraints that have been placed upon us by society, by church, by our family, that are not placed upon men. It's a double standard. We live under it, so as a result, you kind of like, well, you know, I mean, example, truthfully, it's morning, noon, and night. I could be on 3 dates today and do the TV show.
Did you say there's 24 hours a day and you do 24 men?
I could theoretically. Actually, I could probably do 48 because you know they only last 20 minutes.
She said you could. Not that she's going to. She could if that was the option.
Excuse me. If I was in Vegas, I could do 480 in the 24 hours, then lay out on the slab and get a gangbang. I'm just saying. If I was going to do that.
She chose, that's not what she
just proved the point, though. Just from you making that generalized statement, he already went into, oh my gosh, you already labeled her. This is the problem that we are having.
I thought I heard something else.
But this is the problem. You're thinking you're hearing something and you're not. I have options as you have options. So when we decide to be of a one, then we can do this. But until then, don't go around dating me, and I'm going with dating with a purpose, and you still playing around. So what's happening is I'm in a relationship, and you're just having relations.
Well, the one that bothers me is, and I know it's my whole back, because I get this from men all the time. Well, you're not giving me nothing. Well, I'm not giving you nothing because you're talking a whole bunch, but I'm still waiting to see your actions. Because every one of them done learned that women want to be in a relationship, women trying to get married, women are dating with a purpose. So they tell you all of that, but they still doing everything else that shows you that they're not.
I was just dating this guy, honestly, he had an excuse for every day of the week. Oh yeah, I'm all in, Mr. Christian. Not that I'm not a Christian, but Mr. Christian, I want what God wants for me, I'm going to pursue, blah, blah, blah. All right, we get to the weekend. Dead air. Well, how are you today? That's it. No, I'm coming to see you next weekend. I'm going to see you on Friday. Excuse, my head hurts. Next excuse.
Oh, they gotta walk the cat.
That's what I call him. Like, I said, you gotta walk the cat.
I'm sorry, y'all. Shelly, he said go to a mosque. I'm done.
One thing I can definitely say here is that love is an action word. It does require demonstration. It does require consistency to even build on a friendship that can possibly lead to a relationship. And yeah,
I gave him 2 months to see what he would do. Not that I was.
You gave him that long?
Wait. I gave him 2 months, but it's not like I was dating only him.
Okay.
That was what.
I'm just making sure.
That's what I'm telling him. I
making sure you wasn't putting all your eggs in
We was about to go into an intervention.
I ended up with the next option.
The good thing about all of that is this. It's a great thing that this brother's on the show today because here's the reality of
What's
it.
the reality?
Release. Let it go. Because
You think
for that
we're
14-1 situation,
frozen right now? Let it go?
no, you gotta release. And the thing about it is, if that person didn't want to take the initiative to find out who you really are, what you really like, and just keep it on the surface and didn't want to dive deeper, you putting that energy and that time trying to figure out what's going on,
right,
is the time that someone else who was going to put that energy in, who does want to know what's up with Shelly, what Shelly's about, who would see you off at an airport, who would pick you up, you know, who would Skype with you while you're out of town. That man is there.
You a good dude, huh? You saying all the stuff I would have wanted him to do.
Okay. I'm saying stuff that I've done to myself.
I guess that's why you Facebook official, huh?
I guess, but the reality of it is
there's
times I've had that with other people and it didn't work. And the reality of it is I had to release them. I had to release myself.
Hey,
you can't receive something if your hands are holding on to stuff.
Chris, don't think she wasn't sitting up there looking for the BBD. You know what I mean? Because she said it. That wasn't the only thing she was doing as far as dating. The BBD is the bigger, better deal. They'll hold on to you looking for the bigger, better deal. You know what I mean?
That's not it. I would have gave, if he'd have done what he was supposed to do, I would have given him the chance. I mean, I gave him the chance. But when he gave excuse 1, excuse 2, excuse 3, it was just like, really? I'm done. My
First
mind
off,
was
for me, I'm sorry. You gave too many excuses. 2 strikes, you're done. There's
I
no
thought it was
3.
3 strikes.
No, there's no 3. No. You know what? That's what the generality. That's the general rule of it. But you have to. You have to develop what your own rule is for yourself. For me, 2 strikes, you're done. And then depending on who it is that's coming to me, you might have had 1.
Well, see, for me, I'm real good at being done without letting them know they done.
Exactly.
They don't know. Because, see, then I got to play you. I'm going to just tell you.
You calling me and I'm not returning your phone call.
Yep, now we're going to play the game.
Nothing. I just sent you the voicemail, boo. Click, next.
Well, that's how it goes.
You know, wait a minute, when you block them, and now they emailing you. I said, how you found my email?
I'm gonna ask you a question,
I ain't never emailed you. I done texted you. I done called you. And all of a sudden, dude in my email talking about something. Oh, you know you Googleable, right? Your email come up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
Other people that have showed some type of interest in pursuing you, obviously, as people who claim to be Christians, your primary relationship is your relationship with God.
Absolutely.
And what level of energy you put in that relationship does have an effect and should reflect on how you deal with other people. I mean, I'm not the expert on this, but I would think that anyone that I really want to be with is looking to pursue God even more than they're looking to pursue me. And if we're both trying to get to the same place, it's a simple concept that if I'm here and you're there and we're trying to get here, we get closer together while you're doing that process. How many people have... That's the rule of thumb, right? But to see it demonstrated, that's the process. That's the test.
Well, I'm like you said, I'm gonna take your advice.
That's something you can put people in there. Hey, I need your actions to demonstrate that you love God, and that by loving Him, you can attempt to love me. And that way, if you do fall short, you know that somewhere along the line, they put the effort in. And whether you want to continue to pursue that and give them another chance, or whether you want to release them because there is someone that does.
I'm down.
Try to get to the same place you're trying to get to, then you're not carrying that anymore.
I have someone special in my life, so I'm gonna go with that one. That's about it. I'm done. He's done.
I got one more question.
It only took a week.
Mike Williams. Mike, that 14-1, is that like all churches?
No, actually, if you go to Enon, it's more like 48-1. Get on.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Michael Williams, for joining us. What's the name of your book again?
The name of the book is Child of Promise. And right now it's available in paper book as well as ebook. Ebook is on Amazon as well as Barnes & Noble and Apple.